Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing my first monthly check-in for my low consumption challenge. I started this at the beginning of November. I can link that video if you're interested to hear about my rules and my whys and all of that. I had so many people interact with me in the comments saying that they are doing something similar, or they have been, or they plan to, and I just love it. So thank you for engaging. Would love to hear from you if you started this with me, or if you're already going, let me know how November went for you in the comment section. I'm gonna give you all the updates. So I have a couple of different categories. I made some notes in my notebook, so I'm gonna be following along there. All right, so there's kind of four main categories of updates that I'm going to do. So first is any spending that is outside of my rules. We're gonna talk about if there were any purchases, what they were, etc. Then we're going to talk about what spending was in my rules that happened throughout the month, and I'm counting the number of items and kind of the dollar amount associated. Number three is if there was any exception spending. There are a couple of categories that have asterisks with them because of life. So we'll talk through if any of that happened. And then finally, anything that I sold, because I have kind of a sub goal to earn $500 from selling things either on like Facebook Marketplace or Mercari. So that's what we're going to talk about. But first of all, how am I feeling? Look, Black Friday was a little tough for me. I won't lie there. It was definitely tempting. The marketing was getting to me. And have you noticed that Black Friday is like 2 weeks? I mean, it's crazy. It's the week before, it's the week after. It's just nonstop. Whereas if I felt like it was just truly one day, I probably would have been easier. I did make a couple of Black Friday purchases, but they were planned for, so I'm okay there. And yeah, let's just go ahead and dive in. So first category, out of rules spending. So basically my rules are use what you have and replacement only. That's kind of the gist of it. There are a couple of more strict things, but in general, I'm trying to bring less things into my home. I'm trying to have fewer items that I need to maintain and clean around and take care of and organize. Like the amount of time we spend taking care of things is crazy. So that's kind of the whole like genesis of this, is that I just want to have fewer items in my possession. So out of rule spending, I had one item. My friend invited me to go to lunch with her, and it was right next to like this kind of general store. They have everything. It's the perfect place to go shopping for gifts. I bought one thing, and it was this candy cane mug. Now, do I have other mugs in my house? Yes, I do. Did I need this mug? No, I did not. Did it bring me a ton of joy? Yes, but that's not the point. So this was my one kind of fudge of the rules. I'm still happy I have it. It's very festive. I've used it almost every day. So I'm going to be graceful with myself. One of my friends here, Kimberly, she has a channel and she did a penny pinching challenge earlier this year. And one of the things that she kind of mentioned in her rules is that if I stumble, I just keep going, because I can be kind of the person that as soon as I screw up, like I might as well scrap the whole thing. This was worthless, but I need to change that mindset. And so because I made one mistake and I bought this mug, doesn't mean that the rest of the month of November or the rest of the 7 other months that are coming after this is a waste. So maybe this will be the only mess up I have the whole time. That would be great. But yeah, this is something that I'm not going to beat myself up over. So it holds hot cocoa and tea and coffee like a champ. Look how big this thing is. I love it. Okay, so then we had some in-rule spending. So again, the gist of this is replacement only. If like something needs to be broken or unusable or completely out of that category in order for me to purchase. So I had 19 items, spent $326. So I bought 2 bras. I like to have like 2 or 3 bras going at a time. And I was down to 1. So I bought 2 more because the underwire was poking out and it was so painful. And I tried to sew it up multiple times and it was time to be retired. So I bought 2 bras. So that was it for clothes. For the home category, I had a couple of things here. So I bought a Fitbit charger. I have a Fitbit. I have no idea where my charger went. I spent over a week looking for it. it just vanished. I really don't know, but I work out in the morning 5 to 6 days a week, and I really like to see those like stats. So I did replace it and buy a $6 one off of Amazon. It works great, and hopefully I can find that one and then I'd have a backup, but I truly did not have a way to charge my Fitbit, so that seemed okay to me. We also ran out of dryer sheets completely, so I bought 1 box of dryer sheets, not 5 boxes, so I'd have backups, just 1 box. And when we finish that one, I will buy another 1 box. We also finished up our backstash of furnace filters. So I bought 2 more, like a 2-pack of furnace filters, 1 that's in my furnace now, and then 1 waiting. I could only buy a 2-pack where I went. They only had like 2, 4, or 6. So I just bought the 2-pack. It was the cheapest, and we'll go from there. And then I also bought my 2026 planner and my 2026 wall calendar. So my husband travels for work almost every week. So a wall calendar is essential for us to know who's where, when, all of that. And then I use a planner every single day to help me like brain dump and organize my thoughts and get through my day. So I did order my planner as well. And that's okay with me because I don't have a 2026 planner. Okay, and then in the beauty category, we ran out of toothpaste. Well, my husband did. My husband and I use 2 different brands of toothpaste. I have sensitive teeth, so I use more of like a Sensodyne or like the generic of a Sensodyne. My husband is a Colgate, Optic White, whatever, through and through. He doesn't even like the taste of any other toothpaste. So he ran out of all of his toothpaste, including all of his little travel ones. So we bought a 3-pack of his toothpaste because, again, he keeps 1 here and 1 in his travel bag, and then he has 1 backup. Instead of buying 2 single, it was cheaper to buy the 3-pack. So I did that. It's fine. And then we also ran out of mouthwash. So we bought a 2-pack of mouthwash because we use it very regularly, like almost every day. So that was that. And then for my category of vehicle, I needed a new snow scraper thing for my car. We live in Minnesota. There's a lot of snow here. I do get to park in the garage, but when I'm out and about, like I said, I go to the gym in the morning. So will I come back out from the gym and my car is covered in snow? Probably. I had one last year. It was like a telescopic one because I'm short and I can't reach and everything. And it was great, but it bent. It got kind of like run over accidentally and it wouldn't move anymore. It was just kind of like kind of sad. So I replaced it with another telescopic one, and nobody's going to be running it over this year. Okay. And then the last category is hobbies. So I did recognize that it is important to me to find ways to fill my time to help me reset and recharge that's not scrolling. So I like swimming. I swim in the mornings at the gym, and I actually have been dropping some weight and inches. So I bought a new swimsuit that fit me because my last one was getting really baggy and it was like uncomfortable to be in. So I bought 1 new training suit. It's a high quality one. I really like it, and that'll last me, I'm sure, a while before I need a new size. But that one was a little bit of like a win for me. And then I also, on my channel for YouTube, I consider YouTube one of my hobbies, I do savings challenge videos. And I already have a bunch of savings challenges that I've used this year that were like scratch off ones. So I decided to just buy some scratch off stickers so I can reuse those in the new year. So I got those stickers from an Etsy shop. I got 3 different colors. They're great. And now I don't have to buy new challenges or anything because I can reuse them, which is awesome. So those were the 19 items I brought into my home that were in the rules. Believe me, there were other things I was kind of tempted by that I did not buy. So I'm feeling good there. I'm feeling disciplined. Then we have exception spending. So one of my exceptions was that earlier this year, I saved money for kind of like fall shopping, and I spent some of it during Labor Day. I bought some new clothes for myself, and I had $180 remaining that I was going to use for the like Sephora VIB sale, which happens to be in November. So I had my Sephora cart all ready to go. My rule was I was not allowed to go $1 over that 180 budget. But before I checked out, I went over to Ulta, and guess what? I got a better deal on a lot of things. So I actually spent most of my money at Ulta instead of Sephora. So from Ulta, I got 11 items and I spent $95. I got a toner, I got some sheet masks, and then I got a tubing mascara because I've always wanted to try one. Still don't know how I feel about it. I got a foundation, I got a lip gloss, and then I got like a barrier gel because I'm using tretinoin and I needed something for like around my nose. And then I also shopped at Ahora, which is a brand that does like gel nail stickers. I really like them. So I bought 6 boxes. It was $75 with shipping and everything. And then at Target, I went and got some little mini lotions from EOS because they have their holiday scents out and I really wanted to try them. Did I need it? No, but it was in my exception spending. So I stayed within the $180 budget. I brought in 22 items and I'm fully stocked with all of those things. So that was a success. So now let's talk about what I was able to sell this month. I made the goal to try to earn $500 spent on selling things throughout 8 months because that's how long this kind of program is going for. And I shocked myself. I earned $150 in the first month. What? Will it always be like that? Probably not, but let me talk through some of the big things. So Mercari has been really good to me. Also Facebook Marketplace. I think though Facebook Marketplace is going to get a little bit slower because now there's snow on the ground and I just don't think people want to go out in the cold if they don't have to. So I'm probably going to lean on Mercari more. But yeah, I sold, let's see here. I had a cardigan that I sold, a weighted vest for like walking. I had the whole Harry Potter series that I read. I know the story. I don't need to read them again. So I sold that as a set and I got $50 for it. So that was great. I had a couple of like wallets and like a crossbody bag in my closet that I wasn't going to use. And then also I have all of my childhood board games still. And my husband is just not really a game person. He'll play Scrabble with me, maybe Yahtzee, but he like moving pieces on a board game, it just is too tedious for him. It hurts his head. So that's fine. So I've been selling those. I've listed them at basically like $5 each. And I've had so many people pick them up. So I sold 3 games. I have a couple, it's early December as I'm filming this. I have a couple that I just shipped out too. So it's been great. And I feel like, you know what? It's a great time to sell stuff like that because Christmas is coming up. And if I can, like, I'm not trying to get rich on this. So selling something for $5 is totally fine for me, you know? So anyway, I sold 17 items and I earned $150. So I think that's pretty good. And I decided to make a little visual tracker here. So this is like a dot grid notebook that I have. And I counted out to make 500. So I'm going to color in this first 150 because I sold $150 worth. All right, made 150, which I think is pretty good. So as I color this in, just a stream of consciousness now. A couple of things that I was tempted by this month. I was looking at the, so I go to the gym in the morning and I was looking at what the other women in the locker room are using on their hair. Well, they all have like these Dyson Airwraps or like the Shark Flex style version, whatever. So then I was like, God, I kind of want one. My friend at the gym has one and she let me try it. And I really, really like it. So I was really tempted by that. They had some great Black Friday sales, but I have a blow dry brush from Revlon that works. To be honest, the other exception spending I have is I have some birthday money saved up. So I might buy myself one for my birthday. I don't know yet. So that was something that I was pretty tempted by. You know, I did catch myself scrolling through Amazon on Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all that. And you know what? It was like, yeah, that's a cute sweater, or yeah, that's a cool whatever. But like I have some. So I was proud of myself for stopping myself. And I even got bored looking because I knew I wasn't going to buy anything. But like, I think the habit of looking is what caused me to go to the website and scroll. But then again, it was kind of like, I don't know, you just kind of start seeing it all as junk, which is probably harsh. I mean, there are some convenience factors with Amazon, but again, my whole goal, it's not necessarily financially driven, though that I think is a great side effect, is by bringing less things into your home, you're spending less money. But my primary goal is to have fewer items and to not spend so much time organizing and moving things. And, you know, it's so much easier to clean your bathroom when you don't have products all over the place. And then in order to not have products all over the place, then you have to buy storage, and like, it just becomes this whole thing. And I don't want to live like that. So that's my stream of consciousness. This is my colored in chart. So we'll just keep seeing where we get from there. It is December. I have sold a couple of things. My rule is that the money must clear in that month for it to be counted. So for example, I sold a couple of things on Mercari like on the 29th of November, but that money won't clear for my account until December. So that'll count in the month of December. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I hope you enjoyed this video. What I think I'm going to do going forward is kind of share little video clips too of like when I finish something, because I had this moment this month and I wish I would have recorded it because it felt like such a big moment to me. And it's gonna sound silly, but I finished up an entire dish soap, which was like a big deal. And then guess what? I already have like 3 more bottles under my sink, and I got to go pick, ooh, do I want the blue dish soap? Do I want the clear dish soap? And it just felt like this moment for me, and I wish I would have recorded it. So as I finish things up, I probably will just do little clips, and then we can put those into this video for like the check-in going forward. It's just show you like how my month went. And yeah, so we'll just bring a little bit of vlogging into it, nothing crazy, but just, you know, as I go through the experience, I want to share that instead of just like me sitting here talking about it. I would love to like show you a little bit more. So I'm going to make that change for the next check-in. But yeah, otherwise, tell me how you're doing. Holiday season is coming up. I think that the general consumer is probably buying less. I mean, money doesn't go as far as it used to. I've been hearing a lot of reports about that on the news of just like fewer shoppers, etc. So maybe we're all in this together actually, and we're all kind of experiencing this shift in, you know, being content with what we have, happy with what we have, and not seeking the newest, greatest, latest thing. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching, and I will see you soon in my next video for Vlogmas.